How y'all doing this afternoon? This afternoon, I want to get started cooking up a chili lime flank steak. I'm going to serve it tonight maybe with a little bit of salsa. So let me show you what we got here. I've got about a 2 1/4 pound flank steak here. Went ahead and put it in a gallon size Ziploc bag. We're just going to marinate it. I've got a 1/4 cup of fresh lime juice. Be good. Then I'm going to put some honey in here. I would say about 2 tablespoons of honey. Be good. So it gives it a little sweetness. Be good here. I'm going to put a little bit of balsamic vinegar in here, just a little bit. That's about a tablespoon, I imagine. Got some chili. This is just basic chili sauce here. You know how that works. Let me get this open. Let's see. Alright, you know, it's a garlic chili sauce. So I'm going to kind of measure that out. Maybe 1, 2, about 2 nice sized tablespoons. Okay, so I've got 2 tablespoons of that in the lime juice with a little bit of honey. And we'll add a little bit of Worcestershire. Tablespoon or so. Now, secret ingredient. This Zing Zang. I don't know if you can see here if there's a glare on it, but it's this called Zing Zang. It's a Bloody Mary mix. This stuff has got a lot of flavor in it. Really good with flank steak. So I'm gonna add just a small jar of it. I don't know how many ounces this is, 10 ounces, whatever. And I'll stir that. I mean, you can smell this stuff. It's one. I mean, this. You know, if you like Bloody Marys, you like Bloody Marys. But this stuff is wonderful to cook with. It has a lot of flavor. So we'll just pour that here in the Ziploc bag with the flank steak. Everything all married, mixed up, and that honey right there in the bottom. That's okay. Might not get all that honey, but seal it up. And let it marinate a couple hours. Because of the lime juice and the vinegar, all that acid and everything, this should be a quick marinade, so you don't have to let it marinate overnight or anything like that with this. So I'm just going to press the air out, put this back in the refrigerator and let it marinate a couple hours. Alright, now while the flank steak is marinating, let's go ahead and kind of make a salsa for later on that I think will be very good on this flank steak. I may serve it with like some soft taco shells or something like that. So basically what we want to do is we want to take a little red onion here, just get a little fine dice on it. I think that'll be really good. You know, this red or purple, you know, they call them red, but hey, look more purple to me. But I think these onions, especially this time of year, are really, really nice to use in dishes like this. You know, fresh salsas, if you could. You know, I like to top just different foods with just a little bit of raw onion, especially if you're making any chilies or something like that. Really good. So we're just going to get just a small dice here on this little onion. That's about all we need. We don't need too much. I just got half of one here. These are really large onions. So that's about all we need probably. Just get that much and just kind of diced up, small little dice in there. After the onion, another thing I think will be really nice is some fresh mango. You know, they had some mangoes on sale today. This mango gives a wonderful sweetness to the salsa, beautiful flavor. You know, if you can just find a really fresh mango and just kind of give it a fine little dice too. These are some really add some flavor to what you're doing, especially with salsas like this. It has that really kind of tropical flair to it. I like a mango when you can find them in season. Just dice them up kind of like that, and that's going to be really nice there. Right now, let's add a little heat. I've got a serrano pepper. I think that's going to add some good heat and flavor. So I'm just going to kind of take the top off here. What I like to do is take my serrano and just kind of cut it in half first. You know, for this application, I am going to use the seed, so we're not going to de-seed it. Might do cut it into quarters, and you can kind of bend it with your fingers sometimes. But that got to be a little bit straighter. But if not, I just kind of do it in 2 cuts here, one like that, because what we want to do is quarter them all the way down. basically just get this cut up into quarters, put your little seeds, and leave all that good stuff in there because that's where the heat is. Okay, that's where your heat is. Come back through on this one. And just work this guy on through there. Just bust that thing up. Get your seeds and all. I really want that to be a little piece. But I'm going to do about 2 or 3 of these little peppers, and that should be enough to put in here to provide enough heat. Okay, I tasted this, and whew, this serrano's got some fire to it. So I just did 2 peppers here. I think this will be plenty. We'll add these to the mix here. Man, those have got some heat. You know, serranos are a pretty hot pepper, but you know, sometimes some don't have as much heat as others. But this batch here, they really got the heat in them. So that's good. That's what we want. You got that, and then let me see. I'm gonna add some fresh corn. Fresh corn. I actually got this out of a can. But if you could grill you some corn on the cob, on the grill, something like that, then add, oh wow, that'd be awesome. Just cut it off and add it. Now some black beans. It's gonna be really good. Got some tomatoes here. These are fire roasted, chopped tomatoes. I think I may want, if I can get this juice out of here, may want to chop these up just a little bit more. Let's give them a rough run over real quick. Let's run through here because they're awful big. And you can't get the petite chopped and the fire roasted, so you got to choose between the two. I like the fire roast. I think it gives a lot of flavor. So I'll get the fire roasted and just chop them up a little bit more. So that's good. Basically what we want, just give them a little once over with the knife and mix all that in. The only ingredient I've left out so far is the cilantro. I don't have that yet. My wife's having to bring that to me, so I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of cumin in here. In fact, let me get it on the spoon. That's that way we don't, probably about less than a teaspoon there, something like that. Put that in here and that'll give it a little flavor. So let's stir this stuff up. Go ahead and let all the flavors just start marinating. I really wish I had that cilantro in here right now. Cause this, I mean, this is gorgeous. Look at that, just like a firework display, just all that color. So let's let all this just marinate in the refrigerator until we get going with the flank steak later. Okay, so I got the fresh cilantro now. We're gonna add that to this salsa. It's gonna give it a lot of good flavor. You can't have salsa without some cilantro hardly. So get that down in there. I wish I'd had this earlier, because this stuff's gonna get better with time. Like tomorrow, this will be even extra good. So we'll just mix this cilantro in. And then we're gonna make a little chipotle sour cream to go on top of there. Got some chipotle peppers here. Got 2 of them. Let's see here. Take some sour cream, just in a little bowl there. But good scoops there. And take our chipotle peppers here. And come in that can. Just want to give them a good rough chop. Chop them up pretty fine. I may not need all 2 of these, but just chop it up. And you can freeze the rest. We're not using that much in the can. Just dump them in a little Ziploc bag and freeze it. So let's go ahead and put that in the sour cream. And we'll just mix it in there. And that makes you a nice little chipotle sour cream and get a little topping. So I got the flank steak out. Put it on a cookie sheet here. Cover it with aluminum foil. Put a little bit of Pam on there. And we'll put it under the broiler on high in the oven for about 4 minutes. And we'll flip it and go to the other side. Okay, so it cooked for 5 minutes actually on that one side. We'll flip it over. As soon as I find some tongs, there we go. And we'll cook them on the other side. Get that. Whoop. Go for 5 minutes on this side. Okay, so I've cooked it 5 minutes on the other side. What we're going to do is let this just sit. Let it sit here for about 10 minutes. Now after this thing's rested for about 10 minutes, we're just going to slice it up. Now you see the grain goes this way here. So what you want to do is you want to slice against the grain. Just kind of slice it on the bias here. Make it nice thin little slices. Look at that. I mean, that is tender as can be. Juicy. You want to see that nice little pink right there in the middle, nice medium rare. But you want to slice it just really thin, just like this. Just little thin slices, and that is what you want to do. My favorite way to serve this is just on a little tortilla here. Put a couple strips down. Oh yeah, look at that juice. I mean, that is fantastic. Strips of that nice beef there. Okay, then we're going to take some of that salsa we made earlier, the mango, the black beans, and the corn relish. So that there in the middle. And then I've got this sour cream, chipotle sour cream. Squirt a little bit of that there by just cutting the end out of a Ziploc bag. So that should do it. Maybe a little bit of queso, a little bit of cheese here. Whatever you got, just put a little bit of that on there. I'm going to roll this dude up, and I think this is going to be perfect. Oh yeah, that's going to be beautiful right there. Let's give it a try. Well, tear some of this bread off in here, no need for that. That's some flavor there. I'm telling you, number one, you got to try it, especially with that meat in there, marinated in that Bloody Mary mix and all. That is awesome. Thank y'all.